Hi, I'm Stephanie. I'm the veterinarian here at the Dickerson Park Zoo. You probably don't realize that since I look like I'm 13, but I am actually a doctor. I often get asked what's my favorite part of my job, and people always expect it to be the animals, and certainly that's why I got into it. But my favorite part of working at the Dickerson Park Zoo is truly the people. The people here are amazing, the keepers are amazing, and I am blessed to have worked with a really great female staff where I have two veterinary technicians that really have my back, and nothing that I accomplished could be done without my team.
Yeah, so my name is Cassie Denny. I became a vet tech. I graduated from veterinary technology school from Murray State, where I got my 4-year degree in Bachelor's of Science in 2021. And then I took my veterinary boards and I became licensed in the state of Missouri a couple of years ago. So.
Do you work on every sort of animal, or are you more specifically trained for a specific species?
Yeah, so we actually do all of the animals here, everything from as small as a frog to the elephants. All of them receive veterinary care if they need it. So I have been trained here to work on all sorts of species.
Do not have any allergies to like pyrethrins or fly spray or anything, do you? Okay. I have to ask because our vet does. Usually it's our female red river hog. She is one of them. Extremely vocal. And usually you'll start hearing blood curdling screams from her wanting her food. Hi. This is Congo. Congo! Congo! Come on, Congo.
Is there anything you've learned from working here at the zoo and with animals?
When working with animals, especially in a zoo setting, you have to have a lot of patience. We work on their time. We can't always force them to do what we wish or treat them as quickly or as often as we would like to be able to. So definitely working here has taught me a lot of patience.
So you just press that play button, and the main thing, so see how when it's angled it turns red? It needs to be parallel with the floor. Okay. And then it will tell you if you're too near or too far. So we did a eye recheck on a tortoise. He has cataracts in his eyes. The keepers are actually treat him daily with eye drops. And so we were just checking to make sure that those cataracts weren't progressing and causing other eye issues like glaucoma, which could be really painful. So we were double checking his eye pressures, which is a similar test to the puff of air test that you may get at your optometrist. Oh, you blinked. So when I came to the Dickerson Park Zoo 3 years ago, I worked with my technicians and we developed a wish list of things that we would like to have. With the support of management, the Friends of the Zoo Board, and generous donors, we were able to make those things happen. Overall, it has led to great improvements in the care that we offer our animals and really has streamlined our care as well. Some of those things also benefit the safety of our personnel. For instance, our necropsy table, we upgraded to a necropsy table that is on hydraulics. So we can raise and lower it if we have a really heavy animal. Our keepers don't have to lift it like they used to. Things that have benefited the animals greatly, we got a new radiology system which allows us to better detect lesions. We got a new ultrasound, which is beautiful. We have an anesthesia machine that is on wheels.
Here is Dolly Carton. She is our portable anesthesia machine, so this makes it a lot easier for us to take her out to the field. Obviously, not all animals can fit through this door and fit on this table. So we do have to, unfortunately, you know, haul all of our equipment down to exhibits from time to time. So this has just been a huge addition to our team and makes it a lot easier for us to sedate these animals safely. And then we also recently got a cold laser. A cold laser basically can treat all sorts of things. We use it a lot for like post-surgical sites. We use it for wounds. And we also actually use it a lot on our chronic arthritic patients to help treat their pain. We do have an older collection of animals here, so we use this quite a bit weekly with all of our animals.
So I'm just setting this cage up for the owl. I'm gonna put papers down just to make it easier to clean. They get a clean perch, which all the clean ones are up on top. And then I'm going to move some of these around so they have kind of a private space to be. So we usually hook a piece of paper on the front, and then that's easy to clean as well. And then inside, I'm gonna get a little bowl of water, stick that in there, and then I'm just gonna grab the bird and put it into another enclosure. Buddy, we're gonna let you chill out for a little bit. We'll come back and check on you.
What local conservation efforts is the zoo taking, and how can people help?
I would say the biggest local conservation effort is our raptor rehab program. So, you know, if people find an injured raptor, to bring it in. However, if you find a baby fledgling that is just sitting there, that seems to have fallen from its nest, just leave it and we'll get back to its nest. But anything else that you're finding, you can bring to us. As well as, you know, donations for the raptor rehab program also help, as well as donations to the zoo. When you come to the zoo, a portion of that money goes back to conservation efforts. So not only do you get a great zoo experience, you also get to support conservation.
I'm doing a very quick physical exam on them, just make sure they have no health issues. They get vaccinated for rabies and tetanus, and then we are giving them some anti-parasites so they're getting dewormed. We are drawing blood to check the health of the rabies and neighborhood diseases. So we're doing all of that on all these guys, and we have them in hand for 2-3 minutes. So it's a pretty quick try to get organized chaos.
So we do preventative exams. Every animal, whether it's a chinchilla, an elephant, a snake, is scheduled. They have a month. That is their month where they get a fecal exam, and then depending on what the animal is, we'll either do an exam under anesthesia or we'll be able to do it awake. And so what's nice about that, it's no different from you or I going to our doctor for a regular exam.
Hey, what? Can you go get her tail?
I'm just gonna come back and feel her legs. Okay, perfect. That was perfect. All right, you guys want to get this around? So just keep your fingers out way, coming from the side.
Yummy. Yummy.
As a veterinarian, animals hide diseases. They hide their illnesses. That's just, you know, a lot of our species are prey species. So they're not supposed to show illness because then a predator will get them. And our keepers are really astute and really know their animals, but still the animals can hide issues. And so when we are working on an animal for a preventative exam, oftentimes we are finding, things before they really brew to a problem.
Let's stand back, guys. Stand back this way.
Traction.
Coming in. Sticking. Alright guys, we're done.
You guys just want to back up to this corner? I got Sheila. I got
That's right.
not that way.
Not that way. Other way. Goodbye.
When I started here, I kind of landed myself in a bit of a funny situation. When I interviewed here and I asked, do you guys, raise babies or have a lot of babies here? I was told, no, it's not that often. And imagine my surprise when I start and I found out, hey, I think a cheetah's pregnant. And the keeper is amazing, and she trained that cheetah for ultrasound, and we were able to confirm the pregnancy both with ultrasound and x-rays. So she was showing signs where she was entering labor, but it wasn't progressing, and it was getting to the point where it could be dangerous for her and dangerous for the cubs. We prepared for that scenario. We met with the keepers and discussed all of the possible options of what we would do. And so if this moment happened, we knew exactly what we would do. And so we executed that plan, which involved anesthetizing her first C-section. And as I was pulling the babies out, the keepers were then resuscitating the babies and pretty much acting like mom. And at the end of the day, we had 3 healthy babies and 1 mom that was recovering from surgery. And unfortunately, because she did just go through a painful surgery and didn't give birth to them naturally, to our knowledge, when we consulted the cheetah SSP, no one has successfully put the baby cheetahs back after C-section at that time. So we unfortunately did commit ourselves to hand rearing these cheetahs. So imagine my husband's surprise when I'm coming home with baby cheetahs that needed round the clock care.
So again, this is one of our hand-raised ones that her mom had to have a C-section. Her and her 2 brothers had to be hand-raised because you can't put them back together once they have. It's not really safe to put them back. Just a scaly spot. I don't know. She rubbed it on something, licked it or something. It's just a ointment that they put on them just to kind of keep antibacterial type treatment. Ooh, that stinks.
What sort of precautions do you take while working with these animals?
So it does heavily depend on what you're working with. Obviously, a lot of these animals can be very dangerous, so safety is a major concern with working with any of these guys. So we make sure that we have proper drugs with us, emergency drugs, safety drugs for even us as well, with handling a lot of the potential hazardous drugs that we have here, and as well as, just making sure proximity between the animals, and we are limited in what we can do for them because of how dangerous they are.
If you guys can imagine, she's doing this with a dangerous animal out or in a stressful situation where you have to anesthetize an animal, and how fluid she is at it compared to us who's not used to it on a daily basis. That's why we like staff to be around.
Alright, so your dart, these guys, you have your pressure chamber and your drug chamber. So whenever you grab a dart, because we do clean these, you want to make sure that that plunger for your drug chamber is moving back and forth really nicely. So you push air, make sure that it pops up just like that. You'll want to relieve the pressure and then push it back and do that a couple times. Make sure that it moves good. Once it does that,
I usually do my needle next.
I mainly for the keepers just want to make sure you guys feel comfortable helping April or Cassie prep darts, because like most likely they would be shooting in an escape situation, but they would need help prepping the next dart. And then if you want to, you guys can go ahead and practice shooting face with it up to your eye.
There's no recoil.
No recoil.
Okay. I was like taught not to.
Yes, this is not like a gun. It
I know,
has no
I know.
recoil. I promise you I've held this up to my face a million times. So hold it right up to your face, and then I use my other hand for balance.
Okay.
And then look straight down the barrel. Yeah, so this is not like a real gun at all. No recoil. Yeah. So could have gone higher. That's okay. That's okay. Go higher on your charge.
Okay.
No, there's no muscle on that raccoon. He just already shot the other one, so that's why I shot the raccoon.